this is GroodsCom. Welcome back to another episode of Factorio with the BioIndustries mod. In the previous episode, we ended up getting purple and yellow science finished, and we are producing a little bit. We are kind of slow because of the lack of red circuits, and looks like that's holding up most everything. Yeah, both of them are actually being held up because we need red circuits on here for the electric furnaces and down here for the level 1 speed modules. So that is kind of a tight place. We did double our production for red circuits, but it looks like we're kind of limited because of plastic right now. So that might be something we need to revamp so we can add rows of this, and we'll look at that later. But for now, I think what we want to do is really think about our expansion of this base and how can we really accelerate things. And I think since we have purple and yellow science, the first thing I think we should go to is just going right to the logistics systems. And I know I talked about how belting everything is pretty efficient, but at the same time the logistics network does make things pretty easy and manageable. So I'm going to go with that route, even though it might seem like the easier way to go, just because we need to get going with this base. We need to really expand a lot and grow, and I think I have an idea of how we're going to do that. So first thing I'm going to do may look a little spaghetti-ish, but I'm just going to automate the production of roboports right now. And roboports are necessary for the logistics network. Let's go ahead and make these passive provider chests. It's important for the logistics network. We need to have roboports strategically placed so that we can expand. So right now we have a blueprint for a couple of roboports. Oh, my robots just took that out, and I wasn't really ready for that, but we're going to have to go move this a little bit out here as well. So now our logistics network consists of this. Our logistics network consists of this orange area. The green area is actually where construction robots will go. First of all, we're going to need to power these, and there was a certain condition set up originally, but it wasn't what I was going to use. Usually how I do this is I use the output signals to tell me when I need to actually insert robots into the robot network. Right now, these will just kind of go until this is full. I don't need that many logistics robots or even construction robots. So let's make a condition on this. Let's see. So construction robots, available construction robots, and total construction. So when construction robots leave here, this available number, when they're not doing anything, it'll be the same as the total construction robots. But when they're used, the available construction robots will go down because there'll only be a certain number available to do new tasks. And using the output signal of Z, looks like we got our logistics network. That's awesome. So let's do 100. So if our available robots for available construction robots ever goes below 100, then this inserter will run. Right now, available construction robots is 129 out of a total of 129, so there's no need to have any more. Let's hook up the second condition on this one, because logistics robots, same thing, it's going to be with an X signal this time. And again, I want to do anything less than 100, then go ahead and start inserting robots. So these things could fill up whatever slots are available, kind of like a buffer there, until we actually need our robots. I'm just going to hold off on research for now, and I want to talk about how we're going to grow the base. So there's a lot of things that we need to do as far as expansion and where we're going to make new materials and things like that. So I want to actually build a mall the way that I build a mall with the logistics network, and our main bus is basically complete at this point. I did add another belt here for wood, and I'll show you why we're going to need that. So we have most of our main ingredients, so like copper, iron plates, we have red circuits, which is like trickling in. These are both red circuits, and then a blue circuit. This would actually be plastic here, which that one's waiting to be connected still. And then we've got steel, batteries, this one's coal, and then bricks. and then we have this wood line. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag these lines over into another area to where I can use it in a mall, and that's going to be how we're going to produce things like inserters, roboports would be in there, like all the basic ingredients that I've been handcrafting this entire time, we can definitely automate. So that is the goal of this episode, is to make a functioning mall. And to do that, we're going to have to expand out our network, because right now it only consists of a few roboports. And the cool thing about this is, since I already have the network started, I'll show you how this works. So I just placed a blueprint for a roboport to be placed. Now, a construction robot left to pick up a roboport from this provider chest, and now it's going to deliver it to this location, and I'm guessing he might park here. Yep, he's charging, and boom, he just parked into this roboport. Now the cool thing is I can keep this going now, because the logistics network is now connected. You see that yellow line there. Let's bring this down to, looks like, and I want to space these out because I don't have a ton of roboports. They are pretty expensive to make because of that red circuit that we need, the red circuits. And the cool thing, I've been talking about like map view, so if I zoom in where I have a radar, I can actually do stuff in here, so I can place items, and if they're in the robot network, as long as I have those items available in the network, it'll place them. So since that was available and it was in the network, it was able to place that item. So this is going to be my last like block down, because I don't need to make anything beyond here except for the rocket stuff, and I think I can put it in this block here that's not being used. So I'm going to grow my network down into this area. How far can I go down? Okay, I can't go that far. Let's go about here, and then we'll have another robot bringing one down, and I think if I place this here, it's probably within range. Yes, so that'll all connect, and that actually came from my inventory because I'm here within range of this, so my robots actually placed it, but otherwise the network robots can take care of it. So what I'm going to do first, and this is going to look kind of crazy the way that I'm doing this, but I need to get all this wood cleared out of here, because I'm going to use this area, and then I'm going to use this side over here where actually I need to have radar coverage to help me. But I could use my robots to start clearing this. Unfortunately, I don't have that many robots. You know, I only have 50 of them. So I'm going to have the house robots, is what I'm going to call them. I'm going to have them help me out by helping to clear this. Now, they can help because this area that's in green, so we have a yellow area, that's the logistics network. The green area is where construction robots can work. So that area covers quite a bit. And what I'm going to do, and of course this is going to be my robots mostly, I'm going to use a chest. Oh gosh, I hope I have the materials for this. Yes, I do. So I'm going to make a storage chest so that these robots have a place to put all this stuff. And I need to put it in a place that's convenient. So I'm just going to throw it down right here. Oh, actually, I take that back. I need to put it in the network. So that's right on the edge of the network. And that way the robots have a place to put all this raw wood that they're going to be picking up. And it's super close by, so they don't have to go far to drop it off. And then also what I need to do is put my city block down so I know kind of like the parameters of where we're going to put stuff. So we need one here, and then we're going to need one right next to it here. Okay, that looks great. This is a great start already. Let's get more roboports. So this will connect us. And then how far can I get my roboport over? Looks like here. And one of the problems with having a lot of robots is they're going to need a lot of roboports to charge in. Only 4 robots can charge at a time. So you can see this like queue of robots. They're all waiting to go into this roboport to charge. And then once they're done charging, they can go pick up, collect all these trees and harvest the wood. You know what? I'm just going to help my robots by placing that one. That gives them another charger to charge at. And this looks like it's my robots helping to pick up some stuff. And where did I put that chest? Now I can't see it. But that's fine. So let's keep going with these. This is all within the green area. So it looks like my robots are placing down some blueprinted power poles there. And then what I'm going to do is bring in each line into this square over here. So this city block is going to be where I place my mall. And it's going to be pretty simple, actually. So when oh, what's going on here? These guys don't have a place to put the stone. Maybe that's why they're just sitting around. And it's possible, I don't see, okay, there's the chest. Okay, that's why, because I filtered it with wood, so that means the robots who have stone don't have a place to put anything, because this is my only storage. So now there's stone in there and wood, which are both things that I need, so that's good. These guys are waiting for me, so I'm just going to pick them up. One of the things I also did off camera was I upgraded my roboports. I finished 2 roboports. I have a portable fusion reactor now that can power me at night. And then I have these solar panels to kind of help out just because there's more space in here. I do have one exoskeleton that helps me run a little faster on foot. So the car is nice for sure, but sometimes you have to, I mean, I can't drive very well, obviously, so I keep running into things just like that. And obviously it's easier to actually run around. And with those exoskeletons, you can run faster than you normally would on foot. So let's make a design here. I would like to make, I don't have fast inserters, but I can make some. I'm thinking about making a design to pick up things and put them in provider chests and then making it a default. Oh. What am I going to run out of first? It looks like probably steel. So power will be here. And let's make sure we have roboport coverage. Ooh, this is my last one. Got to make this one count. This would be a good place. Actually, this would be a great place for a roboport. Okay, so how this works is this is going to go all the way over here. Oops. Yeah, and it's just steel that I'm missing, so I can just go here. So those logistics robots just picked up stuff that was in my trash slot, and they're just going to throw it into storage for now. Let me pick up some iron or steel here. And I'm just going to make a bunch of provider chests. I'm going to need provider chests and requester chests eventually. That was a new one that we just got researched. Let's first bring this belt down. I don't know exactly where that belt has to go. So I can do this. Actually, I like the map view because then I can just go like that. And of course that gives me a great idea of where I'm going to be going with all this. Okay, so this one's going to store copper. Now I don't need to store a whole bunch, and I think I'll just make this the template from now on. So let's copy and paste that. And then another template I'd like to do, and I'm just going to use a blueprint now. I don't need these, but what if I put this here as the next belt that's going to supply us? Now this one would be the next belt on the line, iron plates. And iron plates are going to come down here. There's that one. I'm going to get on this belt to go a little faster. Okay. And we can kind of just keep this pattern going, which is where's my blueprint? I just made it. Oh, this is it. So if I put this here, and actually then I don't need that power pole. So that's kind of cool. We can save a few resources by doing that. And that ends up in a pretty good location. That is not a good location because the power pole's in the way. Let's just keep this for now. And then, whoops. There we go. And then we'll keep these underground things going. And another thing I forgot was I have the ability now, whoops, to request items. So I have these logistic slots. Now I can put this in here as, I'd like to always have, this is a requester slot. Oops, let's get these back. I have these requester slots, so I can put items in here and say like, I'm going to request so this belt is going to be for plastic. And we'll just keep going with these belts. We're going to need more provider chests. That means more steel. Let's see how we're going to make the mall itself. We're going to need another roboport, which is, that's not good. Red circuits are really hard to come by. Ooh, that's good. So we can pick up this wood here. We could use some more lights. Of course, all these things have tons of intermediates. Let's get another roboport up here, because this is where we're going to have our... Oh, that just fits. Great. Okay, so the mall is going to be in this area here. Definitely need more of these. Let's just get a few of those going. And that took all my power poles. That's a bummer. So I can start my mall in this area. I'm going to space these out like this. Now what I'm thinking is that I can do... I should have made more fast inserters also. Let's make our raw ingredients first, and this is how it's going to work. So if I have a requester chest, and then I place a provider chest, oops, and I can make this a blueprint. Actually, let's just make some small power poles first. There we go. And the power pole can go here and here. Then let's make Oh, you know what? I should have done that first. Oh, I don't need to make these anymore. So I have a whole bunch of them. Let's do this, this, and then we'll do these. Now I want to blueprint this right here. I guess that's the right icon. Might get that confused with other stuff, but basically I'm going to use this design throughout. Because this is a really simple design for a mall. And the first thing, well, I know I need wood also. Okay, so you can copy and paste just like you would to paste a production. Like if I wanted to make this copper coils, I could right click on this one, then paste it here. But if you right click on the item and then you place it on a requester chest, it automatically fills that requester with whatever it needs. So it looks like there's 45 copper plates on the way to fulfill this request. I think I want to make this a little bit more though. Like let's make this 100. Oh, and that's another thing I forgot to do. I meant to cap the provider chests so they're not going to overfill. Like I don't need a full chest full of these. I mean, if you look at this storage, you can hold quite a few. So this looks like it's 48 slots. So however much the stack is times 48, that would be quite a bit. Another thing we're going to need are these iron sticks and also iron gear wheels for sure. We'll need a lot of those. So if you put the request in there, everything's going to be fulfilled by the logistics network. Here comes some logistics robots with our ingredients that we need. Any more intermediate products? I don't see anything. Let's get our power poles and then our medium power poles and do the same thing. We put the request in here and then we'll get 2 stacks of the small electric power poles, the requested items. So the intermediate product is coming here and then requested here, and when this stack starts filling up, then this one will actually start requesting the small electric power poles. And it looks like we don't have any wood coming in. And where was that wood chest? So this one has wood in it. I don't know if the robots are keeping up with it. Maybe there's an issue with that. Oh, that one doesn't have a request yet. Okay, now there they go. There goes the robots. So they're taking care of that request. I don't really need this next level of the huge electric power pole. It takes 100 concrete, which is kind of insane. I don't really have that kind of production yet, and I don't have concrete production at all. So that's something I do need to have in the future. But I know I can make my pipes. So I'm going to place those, and 2 stacks of each. That's probably good enough. And then the next row, I'm thinking let's do our whoops, that was a bummer. I didn't mean to place that. Not a good spot. So the next row, let's do our things that we're going to use a lot. So the inserters, we can do those. Because right now they're not automated here, they're only automated at the starter base. So the first thing can be a regular inserter. We don't need burner inserters anymore. I'm actually thinking we're going to go with solar power in the future. That's another preview into the future episodes that we're going to do. But I need to bring in more ingredients. Now I need things like green circuits. I'm going to need steel for the chests that I'm going to automate. So let's get those belts. Let's get those belts run over. I can do this, and this is going to be. Let's see. So we got a red. Actually, that was not supposed to be red. That should be plastic, and plastic will not come down here because this little setup that we did Actually, no, that is correct. That'll be plastic. Let's get then these. Another thing I thought of was that we have materials being produced in a sort of mall already, but they're not being delivered because they're not hooked up to the network. So they're within the range of the network, but they don't have provider chests. So I just picked up some steel. Hopefully that was enough. And let's go ahead and make some of these, because I'm going to place them down on the splitters, the yellow belts, and the undergrounds. So now my requests can actually be fulfilled. So if I always want to have 50 undergrounds of both, I always want to have 50 splitters, I can just set that up as an automatic request. And it is within the network, so it'll automatically come to me. So I think everything should be coming. All I need to do is hook up more of these belts. I can see plastic is making its way down. It looks like it's not connected up here. I don't think I actually need plastic for anything here yet, but eventually I might. So I'm just going to make that line connected regardless of whether I need it right now. Like I say, I know I need all those circuits and everything, so I should get that started. So if that's plastic, then this would be the red circuits. And then I need blue circuits for sure, eventually. Whoops. And then for sure I need green circuits, which, how are we going to do this? Or how should we do this, I should say. Let's get our blueprint again, which was this, had a weird icon. We could go here. Could we go here? Yeah, why didn't I do that before? This is actually a great place to put this. Unless I'm mistaken. It looks like it's not interfering with anything. I definitely want to get these circuits hooked up because I want to automate those fast inserters as soon as possible. And then I absolutely want to get steel in. I guess those aren't super important yet. Neither are red circuits really. So this one I think was the steel. Let's get steel. And then I'm going to have to handcraft inserters. No big deal. And there go the robots to fill in that blueprint, of course. And boom. And then last thing we need is wood. I mean, I could use those batteries in here. I don't really need them yet. I definitely need the brick. And then this was coal, which I don't think I need coal at all. I could always jump this belt if I have to, so I'm just going to make this belt now because we did automate inserters. And there's my logistics request being fulfilled. And as long as I stay within this orange area, they'll keep delivering me stuff that's requested that I don't have. These networks are barely connected. I think, well, I can't request, well, I could actually request iron gear wheels because they're being mass produced here. We're going to just pick these up. Little sneak. Let's grab another RoboPort. And we're going to probably need a lot more of these. This area is going to be pretty busy. And when you have too many RoboPorts, too many robots and not enough RoboPorts, the robots need to charge, and they won't be able to. Looks like my request is being fulfilled. Thank you, robots. So helpful. They're so polite. Okay. Let's get chests automated. Let's do this in order. Let's do a active provider. You know what? I don't want buffer chests yet. I definitely want these. Oh, I can't do that because I need steel chests. Let's make this one steel chests. So I need to handcraft some of these so that we can make these requests. I don't think I actually put these requests in here. So let's do that. And actually in the beginning, these are the only chests I'm going to use is the the provider, requester, and storage. So now everything's being requested. It looks like you can see the robots are all waiting to be charged. This little row of robots, there's only 4 places that they can actually charge, so they have to wait. They take a little bit of time to charge, and then yeah, they just have to wait. So one more thing that I absolutely want to automate in this beginning part here is roboports. Definitely want to automate roboports. And we have all the ingredients here. It'll make, ooh, that's, should not be, oh my gosh, they're all unrestricted. Okay, when did that get changed? I thought the blueprint, wow. I thought the blueprint was restricted, but I need to change that blueprint, obviously. Okay, everybody's restricted. Let's make sure we have roboports at all times, and let's do, I don't need a whole stack, but it's probably fine. I can throw away stuff now using that logistics storage, and if I have some, it doesn't look like I have any. Okay, it's delivering, that's why. Let's get some storage chests here. That way when stuff comes out of my inventory, it'll just go down here where it might be used. I'm just going to pick up all this stuff. Yeah, let's just grab it all. There. I don't want them to use this storage anymore, and my inventory is full now. But I can just drop stuff in here, like this wood and stone, which doesn't have a use yet. And you can just see this is a flurry of activity already. The robots are just picking stuff up from these belts and delivering it where it needs to go. Looks like I've got all the main ingredients. I've got steel, I've got iron and copper, green circuits. I do have red circuits, but it's just very slow to fill up. The blueprint was filled in by the robots in the network, I believe, not mine, because I think we should be able to produce those now. Yeah, because we've got regular inserters being mass produced or automated. Looks like this one's waiting for some green circuits, and there's one, and it's already being used, so yeah, it's just filling in the blueprint by itself, which is pretty cool. So this is going to help us expand in the future. Whoops, look at that. There's a roboport in here. This is definitely going to help us expand because automating all the handcrafting that I was doing, there's going to be more complicated recipes that take a lot more time. By the next episode, I think we're going to have to bring in more stone. Right now, we're just using our supplies that were kind of backed up, so there's not even 2,000 bricks saved up. And we want to have bricks and stone brought down to that mall. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to have to bring a train out here to this stone patch and just direct feed it into this area. And then we'll probably do the same thing eventually with like iron and copper out here because it's pretty far away. but that'll be for later episodes. Right now we need to focus on growing things like our power, which I think our power's okay right now, but we're not doing any research. But we will need to automate the production of solar panels, which I'm going to use the BioIndustries solar farms because they're more compact, and the same thing with the accumulators. So accumulators are the batteries that store all the charge because you need to have power at night also. So having all of that automated will allow us to create some patterns and figure out how we're going and where we're going to put the solar patches to use for power instead of our current setup. So that'll be for the next episode. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.